Today we're going to talk about how to make money from SPAC, 4 different ways and safely. What is SPAC? SPAC is special purpose acquisition company. So it's basically a special fund for the sole purpose of find another company and merge with them to create a kind of IPO and bring that private company to public market. So my video is going to talk about 4 different ways to make money from SPAC safely. So I cannot emphasize more on safety. This is certainly different from someone want to speculate and try to bet, win big and lose big. No, we want to guarantee to make money and not losing a penny. So SPAC have these 3 features. Keep in mind, very important. Number one, it must maintain a $10 trust fund. Number two, it must allow shareholder to redeem for $10 if they don't like the deal. Number three, it often has warrant and a right. Okay, based on the SPAC feature, as we said, it must maintain a trust fund of $10 or more. So number one way to make money on SPAC is never ever buy SPAC at IPO price or you pay more than $10. Never. So you go to whatever your brokerage or online search or database, find the SPAC unit. Okay, I emphasize unit, not SPAC stock. You find the SPAC unit less than $10. I don't care how much less. Of course, the lower the better. Doesn't matter what SPAC it is. Any SPAC, less than $10. If you can find this SPAC unit at $9.70, you have already made 3% safely. And that beat any bond or money fund interest rate. Annualized return is even bigger because you probably can get that 3% back within a few weeks or within a month. So annualized return is way beyond 3%. So number 2 way to make money is to separate the unit you purchased to stock, warrant, and sometimes, not often, the rights. So you want to separate. The time to separate usually is after initial IPO of the SPAC, about 50 days, 2 months, you just, watch. So once you separate unit to stock, warrant, and right, you can sell one whole warrant for about $1 or sometimes even more, depending on how speculative the deal is. And one whole right should have worth about $6 to $7. Of course, one unit often contain about 10% of right. And so one thing you have to pay attention is to see each unit contain how many warrant and how many rights. It will tell you maybe one unit contain 1/2 of the warrant, 1/3, or 1/4, or 1/5, or even 1/6 of warrant. And one unit contain how many percentage. So when you buy the SPAC unit, you need to determine each unit contain how many warrant or very rare also how many right. So usually it's a fraction of warrant. So you need to buy enough unit to make sure you got a whole warrant and whole right. Okay. So for example, if one unit contain 1/3 of a warrant, so when you buy the SPAC unit, you must buy 3 unit, 6, 9, 30, whatever. I mean, so that you get a whole number of warrant, because only you can only get a whole number of warrant. Any fraction would be wasted. You can then sell these warrants or rights to earn additional money. Now, when do you sell them? It's all dependent on yourself. Okay, you can wait until the deal announced, or you can wait until there's speculation, or you can sell as quick as you want. So doesn't matter when you sell, because we want to make money safely, not speculate. Number three is to check if the SPAC stock you got has option on it, meaning that it's optionable. If it has option on it, you can sell call with a strike price more than $10 to earn more money safely. Now, you can sell depending on the strike price, and if that SPAC stock has option, you can also sell put with expiration date before the merger vote date and with the strike price less than $10 to earn more money safely. Again, number four way to make money on SPAC is wait for merger deal. So eventually they're going to announce their merger with whatever the company. So you buy as many units as you can. Some deal are great, some deal are so-so, but it doesn't matter what deal, the deal must maintain your stock price above 10. To make money safely, for the stock jump a lot when the deal is speculative or real hot, sell it. If it jumped to $20, 25, 30, sell it. Again, we want to make money safely. And usually it jumps a little bit because there's some kind of excitement after the deal. What will happen if after the deal announcement that your SPAC stock price still is less than 10? In that case, you wait for the vote of the deal, and then you select redeem uh, to redeem for $10. It must give you that choice to redeem your SPAC stock, and you can always choose to redeem and get that $10 back. To summarize our presentation, so we introduced four different ways to make money safely with SPAC units. So number one, you can buy the units for less than $10. Depending on the price, you can make anywhere from 2 to 3%, sometimes even 4% if market crash or get lucky. I personally purchased a SPAC unit for $9.70 or even $9.65. So right there, it's about 3-4% on your money return. And then you can, number two is you can sell the warrant after the unit separate for stock and warrant. That's another 3%. If the SPAC stock has a call or put option on it, you can sell a covered call or cash covered put to make additional money. That's easily another 5 to 10% return on your money. And last but not least is you wait for the deal announcement. When the deal is announced, sometimes the deal can be very speculative and real hot. You know, it's like a EV, electronic vehicle, or it's software, or some robot, LiDAR, whatever new technology stuff. And a deal can be real hot, and you can easily make at minimum $1, sometimes even $10 or $20 on that deal. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and always use an online brokerage company that charge no commission on stock and option trade. You can click the link under my name for brokerage referral that charge no fee and will give you free stock and IPO access. Sometimes if you transfer your account, you get lots of stock.